Everyone, I'm Katrin, a reporter with CGTN. Welcome to Lhasa, the Tibet Autonomous Region. I'm here with a friend today, Tipel. She is from Lhasa, she's from Tibet, and we're very lucky today that she can show us around this incredible place.
你好，
你好，请介绍一下你自己。
大家好，我是包括古城管委会的工作人员，叫德庆白珍，欢迎大家来参观拉萨八廓街。
She welcomes everyone here in Lhasa and especially at this place. We're in Barkhor Square right now. We're standing on Barkhor Square and right behind us is Jokhang Temple and Barkhor Street. So Barkhor Street is a round street that goes around the Jokhang Temple. It's a very holy place for Tibetan Buddhists, a place of pilgrimage. And there's a famous saying that Jokhang Temple was built even before Lhasa stand. So Jokhang Temple was built in 652 by a former Tibetan king, Jokhang. He married a Chinese wife from the Tang dynasty, Wenzhang, and she brought a holy statue of the founder of Buddhism here to Tibet. She and the other wife from Nepal were the ones to bring Buddhism here to the Tibet Autonomous Region. And until this day, this is a place of cultural and religious significance, and you can feel the atmosphere when you stand here. So, Tipel, what are these two big ovens, I would say?
Ovens，这个是人们用来祈祷和喂桑的，在里面人们会供香。每周三的时候，他们都会来这边转经喂桑，然后祈祷风调雨顺，身体健康，还有就是世界和平。
Wei song, how do you translate?
Incense. Burn the incense.
Burn incense. So these are huge constructs where you burn incense, and I've seen it before that the believers come here, they bring some ashes with them, right? Throw it in there. Yeah, and it's
for praying.
For praying. So it has a meaning for prayer. And speaking of prayer, let's walk a little bit further and see where the Tibetan Buddhists and the pilgrims prostrate right in front of Jokhang Temple. It's a very, very busy place here. And you can maybe get a feeling that it's very touristy, but it's actually not. This place has been busy for 1,300 years. It's a religious and also a commercial center. This street is an old town of Lhasa. Almost no other places in Lhasa are so untouched like Barkhor Street. Let's go over there. Take a look at the people who are praying. Let's not get too close so we do not disturb them in their prayers. But you can see that the people are on and on prostrating in the same rhythm. Why are they doing this? So what I've read is that they want to purify themselves from the negatives, from bad karma, and purify themselves from delusions. So through our everyday actions, of course, we do some bad things. We have some bad actions. Through spiritual practice like prostrating, like using prayer wheels, like murmuring religious mantras, you can purify yourself. 我说的对不对？
差不多是这个意思。对，然后这个动作叫做五体投地，代表着就是身语意，然后他们就会做这样的动作，然后就是全身心的赎罪或者是信仰佛的意思。然后也有很多一部分人就是他的身上有疾病，然后他就过来这边朝拜，这样子的话，这个动作也可能就是有助于血液流通全身的，会给他们除去一些疾病，也有这些功效。
You said what I said is about correct. So it's 3 different part of movement. Head, shen, yu, tongue, and heart. Yes. So these are 3 distinct movements. Some people also come here because have some illnesses, right? They pray to get better health. Okay, so it's all along Jokhang Temple. You see people prostrating, doing this spiritual practice. And yeah, let's just take a look. Right, let's continue through the historic Barkhor Street. So you can see people here from all walks of life from Tibet. They come here, they pilgrim here. Some of them have a very hard path behind them. So when they arrive here, they have been prostrating at length for a very long time, and they arrive here may be tired. So you see some people pausing here, drinking some yak tea. So this is the beginning of Barkhor Street. You can find all kinds of religious articles in these shops. Among them are rosaries, charms, and also Tibetan style clothing. Let's take a closer look. So these are some of the objects you can buy here in the shops at Barkhor Street. This is incense, right? Candle. A calendar. Okay. So what kind of calendar?
Tibet's lunar calendar.
Okay. Okay. So you will buy it and hang it at home in your home.
Just like him will check the days and some Buddhist festivals, they will check on this calendar.
All right. So you can buy calendar, check on the lunar Buddhist calendar. What's the Buddhist festival and the different meanings on each day? What are these?
平常人应该不会用到，也没有这个资格去用。就是僧人经常在对寺庙里面，他就会做一些法事的时候就会用，法事活动的时候就会用到。
But these bells are not used by the common people, but by the Tibetan Buddhist monks, usually. Exactly, in the monasteries. And these are rosaries, or?
Yes.
So you would pray each time.
这个就是串在那个佛串上面，然后用来计数的。这个总共有10个，他们每次转完一圈记一个，转完一圈记一个。
Okay, so this is a kind of bracelet, a rosary bracelet. So in each bed, there are 10 beds in total. You would say one prayer or one mantra. Do you know the mantras by heart, the believer, or do they read it?
Mostly by heart.
Okay.
They're the most popular. The mantra is Om Mani Padme Hum, 6 words, only 6 words. So people will always repeating this.
And what's the meaning of the 6 words?
This is 怎么说？这是观世音的那个叫什么咒语？观世音的咒语。
观世音的咒语。Okay. I don't know how to translate this. It's the most famous and common Tibetan Buddhist prayer. Everyone knows it by heart? Yes. Okay. Since birth. Okay. Let's continue the walk along this exciting road, exciting street, full of religious atmosphere, full of shops. It's buzzing. And the most people here are actually local Tibetans. You only see occasional tourists coming to this place. And oftentimes they will bring their children along. Yes.
来了，没有，他们180。
In this shop, you'll see some Tibetan style clothing. Okay, is this the yak wool?
No.
No.
This is just fabric or
Sure, just fabric.
Not the original or authentic one.
Okay. This morning we just visited a famous Potala Palace, and we see it is used to mop the floor, right? Yes. Okay. Is it also used in the temple?
Like this,
Yes.
they will use only their clothes. In some south place, north place of Tibet, it's very cold, right? So they will wearing something traditional costume like this.
Okay. This traditional fabric will keep you warm when it's cold in the winter. Exactly. And also in Potala Palace, it's used to mop the floor, make the floor even more shiny, right?
Usually, people will this kind of how to say quality is wool, yangmao sheep, wear sheep hair.
Yes, yes, wool. Yeah, sheep wool. All right. It's a beautiful sight in the street. And over here, you can see, what's this called? Pray will.
这个是古城保护工程的时候新建的路灯，也名字叫那个佛光普照。这上面写的字是扎西德勒，都是藏文的扎西德勒。这个路灯的名字叫佛光普照。
Okay. And what's the meaning?
扎西德勒 means auspicious.
Auspicious. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I was taught it's called the Jiasi
扎西德勒，
Rui. 不是。
中文里面就是吉祥如意的意思。
七祥如意. Okay. Yes. So auspicious jade, auspicious ornament, right? Yes. Okay. You will see this all along Barkhor Square and the Barkhor Street. Right. Let's continue. This is the perfect spot if you visit Lhasa and want to buy some souvenirs. They have Tibetan scarves, hats, long rosaries, bowls, small statues. Okay. Do you have any questions about this religious place here, Barkhor Street, Lhasa, Jokhang Temple? Please let us know down in the comment. In a moment, we'll be able to answer all of your questions. And obviously, I'm just a visitor here. It's my first time to Lhasa. It's my first time to Western China. So we have the expert here with us, Deepel, and she's able to answer your questions very professionally. So take advantage of this occasion. Let us know in the comments down below. It's very interesting. You will never see someone walk in the other direction here. The believers and the pilgrims who come here, they always walk in the clockwise direction. That's what I heard, at least. 为什么？
这就是一种传统跟习俗，我们是顺时针转的，从来不会逆时针转。转那个经筒的时候也是顺时针转。
So it's a habit, right?
Yes.
A religious habit, practice. Always walk in the clockwise direction around this ancient 1,300-year-old Barkhor Street. It's fabulous for me to see this neighborhood because the other parts of Lhasa are very modern. You know, they have changed over the years, but this place has maintained its historic appearance and significance. So if you ever got the chance to visit Lhasa, you absolutely have to come here to see Jokhang Temple and Barkhor Street. I think now we're almost halfway through the circle in this special round street. On the roofs you can see the Tibetan flags waving in the wind very colorfully. This way, okay. And far away you can see the mountains.
There is the introduction of this flagpole.
Wow.
It was built in 1681.
This flagpole is huge. It's at least, I'd say, 30 meters high, right?
At that time, it is called the enormous flag because it is the highest one of these 5 flagpoles.
Okay, interesting. So it was erected here in 1681, as I just read here, and it was erected to commemorate the victory of Ganden Tsewang Halsang Po. I think it's the Mongolian general, yes. And he was entrusted by the 5th Dalai Lama at this time for defeating a foreign invasion. At that time, the people could not measure the height of this pole. It was so high, they called it the Ganden enormous flag. And it is truly enormous. If you look up from here, it almost reaches the sun. Occasionally you will smell food. There's some restaurants here as well. The smell of food is mixed with the smell of incense and smoke, so it's a very distinguished flavor around here. So the Tibetans we see here walking clockwise direction around from other regions, or are there
Mostly other.
So most of them are pilgrims.
Yes.
Okay. Their final destination is Jokhang Temple.
Yes. There are 3 circumambulation roads here in Lhasa. This is the middle one, and the inner side is inner one is in Jokhang Temple, and there is an extra circumambulation road which can almost cover the old Lhasa.
Really?
Yeah.
So ancient Lhasa was all inside this area.
In the extra circumambulation road.
Okay. And this is the
Intermediate.
okay. This is the intermediate. So ancient Lhasa was built around Jokhang Temple, and it was not much further than here. The second from inland China, but also from abroad. Yeah. How about Tibetans? Do they like fast food from America?
Very much.
Very much. Okay. Yeah, I'm astonished. So fast food seems to be popular here as well. How old are these buildings along the street?
Because, as you know, the Jokhang Temple was built 1,003 years ago, and the circumambulation road is just established at that time. So these buildings are
From that time?
Yes, step by step they cover. They have to get together in this place.
Okay.
So maybe it's it's maybe around 1,200 years ago.
Yeah, starting from maybe when the Jokhang Temple was built in 652. Slowly, they started to build Barkhor Street and surrounding buildings that we can see today. So we're almost back at Barkhor Square. Is there a tea house along the way here somewhere? At the back.
You can see there is tea house everywhere. So don't worry, we haven't passed it.
We'll find one.
A very traditional one, not like a modern style. Okay. There.
So is it a habit of Tibetans to drink tea?
Yes, there is a tea drinking culture.
And is always yak tea, or are there different kinds of tea?
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea.
Mixing with milk and black tea. And besides, there is Tibetan noodle.
Okay.
Those pilgrims, right? Maybe they can stay in this tea house for 1 or 2 hours a day.
Yes, and they earned it because they have such a, straining and hard journey behind them. So I think they need these 2 hours of rest. Some pilgrims, they would prostrate along Barkhor Street.
All around. Yes. And you went to Potala Palace this morning. They do the same to the Potala Palace around.
Around the palace.
Yes. Let's go this way. There is tea house.
Okay. After time, when you prostrate for this long, will you have pain in your ankles, in your knees?
Have some protections on this angle in the arms.
Okay. Now we entered a side street. Oh, I'm sorry. Now we entered a side street to Barkhor Street, and the deep hell just takes us to a very ancient traditional tea house where the pilgrims would rest for 1 or 2 hours a day. Okay, let's go in. So people enjoy the Tibetan noodles here and tea. Tibetan style noodle, yak tea. And Deepel right now is helping to order us some so we can try. There are only 4 tables in this tea house. And we're very lucky to be one of them and have a spot here. Thank you. Thank you.
Do you want to try some Tibetan noodle?
I think for now tea is fine. Yes, thank you.
WeChat Pay.
WeChat Pay. WeChat Pay works also here.
Everywhere in Tibet. No,
And
it's
how
very
much was it
popular.
for the tea?
This is 6 RMB. This is 8 RMB.
8 RMB for £2. And this is black tea,
Mixing with milk and black tea.
milk and black tea. Thank you so much.
No, that's okay. I just want to show you Tibetan people like to use WeChat Pay.
Very sweet. Yeah, very sweet. So it's good if you're strained from a long pilgrimage trip. You need some calories. It's similar to Chinese milk tea. Yeah. But is the yak milk used for this or
The
cow
best
milk?
quality will use yak milk, but in the restaurant or tea house, they will use
Normal milk.
normal standard. Yes.
I think it would be more expensive if we had a yak milk.
You can come to my house. My mom will bring you this one.
So now is also a time when we can answer some of your questions. So I saw one question in advance. A friend asked me, how is the air in Tibet? Is it similar as in Beijing? This is my second day here. Yeah, I can tell you it's very different from Beijing. The air here is thin. It's 3,600 meters above sea level. So yesterday I felt quite tired and a little bit dizzy. And today I feel much better, but I still don't want to run. I easily get out of breath. Yes. So Deepel, for you, you born here. You have none of these symptoms. What if you climb even higher up to 5,000, 6,000 meters?
会喘点气吧，应该能适应。
And also, what happens when you go down, for example, to a place?
Sleepy all day long.
You feel sleepy? Okay.
Because there is more oxygen.
In the air, makes you sleepy. Okay. Yeah, interesting. I didn't know that for people who are used to living in the mountains and high altitude, they also will feel a little bit of low altitude sickness when they descend to lower areas.
This is Tibetan style of baozi.
Tibetan Buddhism.
They wrap meat in here. That's yak meat.
Yak meat.
Do you want to have a taste?
Thank you very much. So dip it in the sauce.
It's very spicy.
Okay. Maybe I took too much. 土鸡姐. Oh. 土鸡姐. I think I took too much of the spicy sauce.
Oh, because this month is Sakadawa, a Buddhist festival month, so they don't eat meat. So inside it's vegetables.
Yes, I was about to say it. Some noodles and some green leaves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't that spicy?
The sauce is very spicy.
Tibetan people like very spicy.
Oh, oh really?
No. They are very hospitable.
Yes. Thank you.谢谢.你们是拉萨人吗？拉萨的。Shikuzi, where is it?
Another city in Lhasa. The second big.
Second biggest city.
Yes.
Very hospitable people.
Yes.
Just offered me Tibetan baozi, Tibetan steamed bun with vegetable filling. And then two people next to us, they come from second largest city in Tibet. So thank you very, very much, Deepa, for bringing me here, for answering all of my questions and the audience's questions. For today, we say goodbye. How do you say goodbye in Tibetan?
Because you are going, right? You should speak to us, Shua.
Shua. Shua.
They will say Pea to us.
Pea.
This is very different direction.
So if you're going, you say Shua. Okay. Shua, goodbye, and 再见. Please tune in when we live stream the next time from Tibet. Bye. 어, 두 치즈야.